Mr. Smith, we'd like to talk to you about your newborn baby. We noticed some abnormalities. We'd like to discuss them with you and your wife.
Yes, of course. Is everything all right?
Yeah, just follow me to your wife. Take a seat right here and the doctor will be right with you.
Yes, sir.
Hey y'all, I don't mean to worry you, but we just have a few things to talk to you about your son. And so while we ran our standardized tests on newborns, we determined that your son has phenylketonuria. And we spotted this condition via a mandatory blood sample that all newborns have to go through. And some refer to it as PKU or falling disease. Some symptoms that you may notice in your son may be lighter skin and hair, an abnormally small head, slow growth and development, seizures, and even body odors. If left untreated, we may also run the risk of intellectual disabilities or slowness in activity, brain damage, heart defects, or other serious conditions.
Will he survive?
Yes, as long as his protein consumption is monitored. You see, the body can't break down the amino acids that consist in proteins, so as long as you keep him on a low protein, really restricted diet, then he should be completely fine. So if you were wondering how this disease was passed through your family, this is a pedigree which should give you a good visual. And phenylketonuria is an autosomal recessive disease. So both of your grandparents carried the gene for the disease, but it doesn't necessarily mean they have it. And so they wouldn't show that they had it, but they still carry the genes, which means it's possible for it to be carried down to you.
So you could have it and not even know.
Exactly. So you could have it and it might not even show up, but since you carry the genes for it, that's enough for it to be passed down.
So is that what happened with us?
That's exactly what happened.
So do we have it?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but you guys do carry the genes for it because it's the same thing with your parents. They both carried the gene, but they don't show it, and so it wasn't really visible or anything they had to be aware of.
So which one are we in this?
You guys are these two right here.
Oh, okay.
And so you would be a carrier female and you'd be a carrier male. And so your child would be him right there. And so he is an example of a phenylketonuria male. And so since you guys both carried the gene, and this is a recessive gene, both of you carrying it was enough for it to be passed down. Although the chances were small, 25% chance that it would be a full phenylketonuria male, that was enough. And so your daughter, she actually was very lucky. She didn't receive it, even though there still was a small chance of her not receiving it. So.
And how can we help?
And so yeah, that's the pedigree. And so ways you can help are just really by having it on a really strict low protein diet so that his body is able to safely break down the protein. Because as I explained before, the amino acids can't really be broken down in his body, and that's what protein is made of. So as long as you keep him on a strict diet, he should be completely fine.
So he should be okay if we just stick to that treatment.
Exactly.
Got it.
And will we have to have any checkups or?
I would recommend getting just regular checkups, but we can schedule other checkups to make sure he stays fine.
Well, thank you so much. I thought it was going to be something
Of
horrible,
course.
and obviously that's not
He will live.
good, but.